final time in Season 6, we've arrived in the ChampCar World Series where points leader Palomino is on pole from Perez and Takahana. Sir Carrera out-qualifies Daf Sanchez, who will start 5th from Charles Hernandez and Casper Lebow. Ash Cornwell is 8th from Remy Lebow, and your boy in 10th. Sebastian Ocampo, second in points, is down in 11th from Burst Theo and Danny Ortega. Ray Shen, 14th from Daniel Botasarov and Matthew Hart. Then it's Lam Fong alongside him, his teammate Vita Alves, Nunez Garcia, Francis Austin, Ahmed Celia, and Dominic Vancelau. For the last time in Season 6, this 22-car field will go racing here in Illinois. It's the Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. And we are underway for the 13th and last time in the ChampCar World Series. And it's a brilliant start from Nico Palomino. Takahana as well, going 3 wide with Sir Carrera and Perez. Perez drops down to 5th. Sanchez looking for the inside line as they come through the opening corner. Vancelau, who's moved up to 20th, has now got a 5-second time penalty, but out in front, it's Palomino versus Takahana. We saw this last time out in Sao Paulo. This time, Takahana making the pass. The Japanese driver moving in front for all of 0.2 of a second there in front of Palomino in this amazing double points finale. Side by side they remain, coming down into the chicane, the only real slow point of this track. And Palomino holds on to the race lead. Sir Carrera having the best race of his season so far, came into this race 18th in the championship. As they come down the main straight, Takahana versus Palomino, as we begin lap 2 of 13 here in St. Louis. The 11 with the inside line heading down into turn number 1. That's going to help him out quite a bit, but with attack mode going online, you don't exactly want to be taking the lead at this stage. Either way, Kazuki Takahana, the bravest and boldest on the field, he takes the lead. Sanchez going side by side, trying to get past him, going down the straight. He'll get attack mode already with the fan boost, holding it alongside and taking the lead with the medium tires. Guillermo Perez joint second in standings, looking for the first win of the season for the man in the 3 car, and he's only up to second. Target Chip Ganassi, even with the double points finale that we have today, doesn't matter. The boys in white and red are your Series Constructors champions, as Perez in the number 3 going side by side with Daf Sanchez, holding it side by side. Garcia very much holding up the rear of the field with 10 laps to go. Perez punches in the fastest lap. Botasarov comes down into pit lane after 3 laps on a set of softs. These soft compound tires not wearing down as much as you'd expect. And look at that from Palomino going side by side with his teammate as well. The top 5, still the top 5 that we saw on the grid. They've just been shaken up in terms of their positioning. In terms of the hottest starter so far in this race, you have to give it to one of the target Chip Ganassis, as Palomino reclaims the race lead. As we go on board with Sanchez going side by side with Perez, the reigning series champion. Needs a miracle to get a second ChampCar World Series championship for Palomino. Reality is, he is not just a favorite, but if he manages to finish in the top 5, he's got this championship wrapped up. Into pits come a lot of drivers. That's Sanchez, Hernandez, Perez also down into pit lane as we begin lap 4 of 13. Target Chip Ganassi going for the overcut with their lead driver, Sir Carrera. Oh, time penalty, is that? No, that's Ortega. Full course caution coming out. Danny Ortega's Team Penske engine has just blown up. That's going to help a lot of the drivers who have just come into the pits. The caution's coming out on lap 4 of 13. That's really peculiar. That's come out of nowhere as well. But we are about to go green again. We are now green here in St. Louis. We go on board with Sir Carrera. You know, we've seen engine failures throughout the series, but never have we seen it happen to a driver this early on in a race. So ends Danny Ortega's pretty mediocre rookie campaign, as Cornwell and Sir Carrera going side by side. I think the top three are all going to come into the pits. And Sir Carrera taking the lead as soon as he comes in. Your boy further back with a track limits warning. Matthew Hart, your race leader from Nunez Garcia, just taking a look at Danny Ortega, came into this race second last in the championship. Could very well leave here last in standings behind Ahmed Celia, because the gap between 21st and 22nd, just 6 points between the two. In terms of the drivers who have come into the pits, this is your fight for the lead. Perez versus Sanchez versus Hernandez. Palomino down in 8th. This is brilliant news for both Sanchez and Perez. Fastest opening sector for the Filipino driver, as he gets a track limits warning as well. He's going side by side, he's got attack mode, and Hernandez is following him through up into 3rd and 4th respectively. Hernandez in that Power Motorsport car going around the outside, waited for the last possible opportunity. So now for the man in the number 3 car who we go on board with, that's going to become 3rd place, as the race leaders surely will come into the pits quite quickly. Yes, they are now down into pit lane. As you just saw, Daf Sanchez comes across the line to begin lap 6 of 13. Just a reminder, at the end of today, the Formula E fan booster vote will end. So you need to get in to the polls quite quickly, as there goes Hernandez getting past Daf Sanchez. Sanchez needs to win this race to take the championship. 36 points back. Another win, I believe, will get him level on race wins. Countback is not on the 72 car's favor, and that's why the win would be instrumental. With Palomino down in 10th place, he's outscoring all of his fellow championship rivals as it stands. In fact, if Perez was to finish 2nd today, still wouldn't be enough. For Sebastian Ocampo, down in 11th, not scoring at all as it stands. Highly unfortunate for Sanchez. The circumstances have somehow played into his favor. He's currently on course to become a 2-time ChampCar World Series champion. But as Perez overtakes him as we enter lap 7 of 13, if it stays as it is right now after Perez has just made that move, well, it's going back to Spain, and we're going to have a 6th unique ChampCar World Series champion. Kwon Todoroki took the championship in a 6-way title battle in the final round of Season 1. Max Borkar took the title a race early, and you can say the same about Linus Eriksson. Nicholas Palomino was fighting for the championship after having only 1 win to his name all season long. And this man, Daf Sanchez, took the championship in California last season. Didn't need to win it on that occasion, but he did beat Guillermo Perez on that day. He's trying to replicate that, while Perez is trying to right the wrongs of last season. There goes the 52, and we've got another caution. Who's that for? That's for Nunez Garcia. Nunez Garcia is out of this race, and a 2nd full course yellow comes out. Into the pits for Hernandez, the top 3, top 4 all coming in, taking this opportunity. Palomino once again, as the cautions come out, he opts to stay out. This is just not how you strategy. He has the lead now. He's almost certainly in a better points position right now, but he's got older tires. Hernandez, Sanchez, and Perez, they are going to be roaring against the rest of the field as it stands. For Ocampo and for Sir Carrera, it would have been better if they had double stacked. And you can say the same for Palomino as well. Hernandez holding off Daf Sanchez. I still firmly believe that this race is going to go to either the Thai or the Filipino driver. Here comes the man in the 52 with attack mode. A fight for 3rd, very much still on. Side by side they go into the chicane. The inside line belongs to the 72, contact made. But as he just about avoids the wall, Daf Sanchez up to P3 here in St. Louis, Illinois. Palomino once again staying out. Sebastian Ocampo has really one move, and that is to come down into pit lane. 4 laps to go. So if you come in and strap on a set of hard compound tires, we should see that driver go to the end. The mediums, it's a lot more questionable, but it could be possible. Hernandez and Sanchez going 2 by 2. we go on board with a 72, trying to muscle his way past. He will get attack mode. Hernandez goes off the track, dip 2 wheels on the gravel there. He's going to drop behind both Sanchez and Perez. Perez not able to pull out to the inside. Palomino holding these guys up. It's a 4-way battle for the lead. Hernandez sees himself potentially taking the lead of this race. He doesn't have it as your boy gets a 5-second time penalty for track limits. On board we go with the 72. Touching the curb there, that's Palomino. They're going to go side by side down onto the main straight, and it's Sanchez who takes the lead. And that's into the pits for Nico Palomino. Vanzelao with a track limits warning further back. And depending on how far back Palomino drops, it's going to be win and you're in for Daf Sanchez. A second ChampCar World Series Championship, a second in a row. If the Hyperdrive Racing man can take the win today, if he can take the Drivers' Championship, he will become the first double champion in ChampCar's history. He will become the first consecutive champion in ChampCar history, and the first consecutive champion in the ERL since Revo in season 16 and 17 of Formula E. And while Revo is looking to repeat that feat 10 seasons later, Daf Sanchez is trying to do it before him. They round the final few corners, and Remy LeBeau, a massive fan boost. Well, he needed it for sure, but he's not making the most of it right now. Takahana with a 5-second time penalty. That is for causing a collision, seemingly with Francis Austin. Into the pits for Hernandez and Perez. Sanchez staying out. I don't think those mediums can make it to the end. He can try at 47%. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying it's highly unlikely, as Takahana has 4-lap old mediums and they're at 32%. It's actually very possible, never mind. 17 seconds the margin. Palomino in 18th. Palomino in 8th, not 18th. That'd be a lot worse. Currently, he is scoring 8 points to Sanchez's 50. Sanchez would currently be your series champion. Would it finish as is? And Ocampo's just gotten past the championship leader, the man who won in Brazil. That Brazil win looked like it could have been indomitable. Had there been no double points finale today, that would have been the easiest championship of all time to win. Daf Sanchez comes across the line to begin the penultimate lap of this race. 33% tire wear, and with Takahana's lap older medium compound tires, as he comes across the line to start his 5th lap, we know it's possible. He's going to be suffering from a major lack of pace. But for Daf Sanchez, the race win and the championship win is within his grasp. On board we go with Charles Hernandez. No matter what happens today, the top 4 coming into this race, I don't think anyone can argue, have been the best drivers across the season. At different points, they've had their peaks and then their valleys in terms of how they have performed. 8% for the Japanese driver, 22%, 13%. The wheels are flashing for these guys. That's close to the wall for your boy, who moves up into 2nd position. Daf Sanchez, however, coming across the line to start his final lap in Season 6 at the head of the pack. Palomino moving up into 6th place. 6th place regular conditions, that is 8 points. That's now going to be 16 as there goes his teammate moving up into 5th place. If Palomino finishes 6th or 5th today, that's going to be the championship done and dusted, as that's a full car puncher for Kazuki Sims Takahana. Palomino getting held up, dropping down to 7th place. Sanchez making his way through the final few corners, and that's Ocampo having a bit of contact with Takahana, and it's a full course caution on the final lap of the race. Full car puncture imminent for Francis Austin as well. For Daf Sanchez, it's going to be victory here in St. Louis. The championship could go to the 93. We'll have confirmation after the podium ceremony, of course. But it's going to be an astounding and an amazing victory for the Philippines. Daf Sanchez taking victory here in St. Louis. Austin drops down to 7th. Palomino up into 6th place. Perez has had an off-big spin! Oh! That's a big one. Hernandez is on the wall. Ocampo with a 5-second time penalty. And oh no! Oh, that's most of the pack. Palomino is going to be 4th here, possibly even 3rd. So as the cautions come out with a massive slide, I believe Nicholas Palomino is a 2-time ChampCar World Series champion. 3rd place, 30 points. Daf Sanchez with the win, 50 points. It's going to be a 20-point margin, a 20-point leap for Daf Sanchez. It's not the 36 he needs. And for Perez and Ocampo, both of them being behind the Spaniard in classification, Sanchez will move up to 2nd. Palomino is the champion. Here is your podium. Daf Sanchez did everything right today. Everything he physically could, he did. He took victory today. He's the fastest man on track all day. His Hyperdrive Racing team did the perfect strategy possible, but it just wasn't enough to stop Nicholas Palomino, who came across the line in 4th, leapt up to 3rd place due to his teammate's time penalty. He's the champion, is the man in the 93. And for Casper Lebow, another great finish in a strong rookie season. That's 2nd place today. As for the rest of your finishes, Perez 4th from Sir Carrera and Verse Theo. Then it's Sebastian Ocampo, your boy, Francis Austin, and Ash Cornwell, the top 10. Outside of it, Ray Shen from Matthew Hart, Lam Fong, Daniel Bogdasarov, and Remy Lebow. Vita Alf, 16th from Ahmed Celia and Dominic Vancelao. Then it's Charles Hernandez, Takahana, Garcia, and Ortega. The bottom 4 that I've just read out, all retired from this race. Turning to the World Drivers' Championship, brought to you by Formula Game Companion, Nicholas Palomino is now a 2-time ChampCar World Series champion, seasons 4 and now season 6. 2nd place, Daf Sanchez, the win, leaping him above Perez and Ocampo. Perez classified in 3rd outright now, as Ocampo drops down to 4th place. Casper Lebow, the Rookie of the Season award goes to him in the 34th. 5th from Remy Lebow and Kazuki Takahana. Charles Hernandez, 8th from Nubert Nunez Garcia and Davi Sir Carrera, who leveraged quite a bit from the double points today, but almost certainly could have had a much better season as a whole. Ray Shen, 11th, losing a position to Davi, then Ash Cornwell holding on to 12th after last time out, of course. Your boy, 13th from Vita Alves and Verse Theo, then it's Daniel Bogdasarov, let me get that one right one more time before the season ends. Francis Austin, Matthew Hart, Dominic Vancelao, Lam Fong, Danny Ortega, and Ahmed Celia. Well, Palomino taking the lead of the championship quite a ways into the season as a whole, and he just ran away with it. Sanchez, Perez, and Ocampo all tried, but just couldn't quite take it from him. In terms of the constructors' standings, we saw this last time out, but one more time, Target Chip Ganassi, your series champions, on 299 points. Nord Hyperdrive came across the line with the 1-6 of Dreams on the line, and that does give them 2nd in the championship on 200 points. Once again, another strong season, but something tells me that's more because of the driver they had in the 72 than the driver in the 19. Monster Energy Power Motorsport dropped down to 3rd at the end of the season from Sims Racing and Dale Coyne Racing. Team Forsyth rather, they scored their 100th point today in 6th, with Andretti Green 7 points off at the 100-point mark. KV Racing Technology 8th from Dragon Racing and Team Penske, who are 10th in front of Conquest Racing. And so ends an exhilarating and quite possibly the most entertaining ERL series so far, ChampCar World Series Season 6. Nicholas Palomino, now a two-time ChampCar World Series champion, the most successful ChampCar driver by championship wins. Of course, there's still Formula E to finish off after this. Later today, or possibly even tomorrow, not decided when, we'll have the first Sparkplug Motorsport segments. Sparkplug Motorsport News segment, sorry. So, stay on the channels for that. Keep your eyes on Sparkplug Motorsport 1 and Sparkplug Motorsport 2. Congratulations to Nicholas Palomino on that second championship as well. Congratulations to Target Chip Ganassi for their first championship in any ERL category. And with all of that out of the way, it's only Formula E left to go. It's Tokyo. Let me see if I've got this right. Tokyo into Malmö, Vienna, and St. Petersburg, the final 4 rounds of the Formula E series. So from all of us here at Sparkplug Motorsport, Sparkplug Motorsport 2 and Sparkplug Motorsport News, thank you so much for watching our coverage of the ERL ChampCar World Series, and we will see you guys next time then when the Electric Racing League returns.